Thank you for taking the time to check out this video. I know your time is valuable, so I will be as brief as possible. First off, by way of introduction, my name is Ryan Stuckey. This is a picture of me and my wife, and I started a company called Deal Advisor several years ago. It's an advertising agency, and we partnered with a bunch of different advertising companies, including Valpak, and after a while we were having such a good response for our clients from Valpak that we ended up deciding to merge companies with Valpak. So we did that 2 years ago, and I became business partners with Gary Heaton. And then we brought on a third partner, Sven Kelling, and started a company called Super Saver Media. And the reason that I mention this is just so you know our track record. Gary's been doing Valpak for 34 years here in Utah, and collectively we've served over 1,000 companies, helping them with their advertising, and so we have strong backing. We're going to be here for a long time to come. Here are several of the partners that we've worked with on this same program. We have been doing it for long enough that we've been able to work the kinks out on it and have the program dialed in pretty well, but it's also kind of a good opportunity right now because we have hardly touched the tip of the iceberg with what's possible. And I'll show you a little bit more about that in just a second. You can see that some of these companies are charities, nonprofits. Some of them are for-profit entities, kind of a wide range of different companies. But this program works really well for anybody who has a large audience. Just an overview of the program. There's no cost associated with it. There's zero work on your part. We do everything behind the scenes. It's a turnkey program, and it builds your brand. Your brand is front and center, and whether you've got a group of customers or whether you're a nonprofit with a bunch of supporters that you're trying to connect with, this program can create engagement and top-of-mind awareness. It can help extend your brand, and whoever your followers are, it can help you have another touch point with them and to just be creating more of a connection with them. And best of all, this program generates money, and the amount of money that you can make off the program is actually pretty substantial, which I'll show you in just a second. So the way this program works is it is a deal program. So right here is an example of the website that we created for Utah Community Credit Union. There's a lot of different ways that a deal site can fit in with various different companies. Like, for example, a credit union often will have deal programs. Lots of banks and credit unions have deal programs. For a nonprofit, it works really well because you're able to say, you know, a proceeds or a portion of all proceeds go towards the charity or the cause, or by purchasing things on this website, you're helping to support whatever the cause might be. This program, not only are there deals, but there are also giveaways associated with it, and they work really well together, and I'll show you a little bit more about how that works in a second. Here's another example of, we've been talking with the Boy Scouts of America. They are not currently signed on as a partner, but this is kind of a fun little example of a mock-up site that we created. We can put banners around the site that, you know, like in this case, by purchasing these deals, you're supporting Scouts in Utah, or whatever the messaging might be that you are trying to communicate. We can build that into your site, and we can build your branding into it. And we have tons of awesome deals in a bunch of different categories. We provide the deals. We provide the giveaways. Like right here, we're giving away 4 tickets to Disneyland. We handle all the customer service. Whenever somebody calls in or emails, we take care of it. We host the website. We handle the IT. We do all of the accounting and the payments to the businesses who are running deals on the site, and on a monthly basis we pay you your portion for the sales, and we also handle a lot of the marketing aspects. So once again, no work for you. Basically all you need to do is help us introduce this to your audience, and then the snowball starts to grow from there. So everybody asks how much money they can make off of it, and we've broken it down in this chart to answer that question. The cool thing about this chart is that these are not hypothetical numbers of what you could make if people buy X amount. based on our best guesses. That's not what it is at all. These are actual historical numbers from the year 2015. We right now have just over 100,000 active subscribers, and I'm going to define active subscribers for you in just a second. But we have 100,000 active subscribers between the different partners that we have, and per month, the average active subscriber generates 19 cents in commissions for the partner. So then the monthly commissions that we paid out in the year of 2015 was a little over 19,000. We paid out close to $250,000 of commissions in 2015, and that might sound like a lot of money to you. And but the exciting thing is, like I said before, we've hardly touched the tip of the iceberg. Groupon is still outselling us 10 to 1, so we know that we have a lot of room to grow to become as large as Groupon. Also, Living Social, KSL, and Amazon Local are big players in the space here in Utah, or have been big players in the space. But Amazon Local actually closed up shop a couple months ago, at the end of 2015, and Living Social just announced today that they are doing another layoff, where they'll be laying off half of their staff and kind of switching their business model up a little bit. And just a lot of the deal sites that are out there, they've either been going out of business or shrinking and downsizing, and it's created a lot of opportunity for us to kind of step in and take some market share. So once again, based on our market research, we know that we have the ability to be able to sell anywhere from 5 times to 10 times as many deals as we currently are on the website, which would put us in the range of paying out somewhere between $1.1 million to $2.2 million in commissions to partners on an annual basis. And if you have an audience that we can tap into to be able to help push these deals, it's going to be mutually beneficial for you to be able to take a big slice of that pie, hopefully, on the commissions that we will be paying out. Over here, it kind of shows how the revenue splits break down. When we sell something on the website, often we're selling something like, it might be a massage to a local spa, and on average, the business who is running the deal ends up getting 70% of the sales, which they need to have in order to cover their costs, and we take a 30% commission. Out of that 30% commission as our net revenue, we keep 22% to cover the cost of our sales reps, customer service, website marketing, overhead, things like that, and we pay 8% out to our partners. This is the current payout, and we anticipate that percentage will be dropping in the future, because it's a pretty generous slice of the pie, and as we get more momentum, we don't anticipate that we'll have to pay quite as much, but we can certainly grandfather in any partner that comes on at 8% would stay at 8%, and that would not get reduced for them in the future, even if other partners sign on at a lower percentage. So just to define active subscribers, an active subscriber is somebody who gets our daily emails, who opens it at least once every 90 days. So it's not a super high hurdle for them to cross over, but we do have to make sure that it is a good email address, that it does belong to a real person, and that they actually check it and look at their emails at least once every 90 days. So we found that to be the best measurement of how you can predict how much money you can make, and I'll get a little bit more into that in just a second. So the other cool thing is, we've got a ton of really awesome deals. These are all clients that we've run deals for in the past or are currently running on our site. Quite frankly, we have the best deals out there. We've got better deals than Groupon and Living Social, and the only reason why we're not selling more is because we just need more people to see them and find out about them. And we've got 2 ways of approaching this. We can either dump a bunch of money into marketing and advertising and grow that way, but we see that as a slower growth strategy, and we would rather partner. We like to think of our business model as being something along the lines of like Airbnb or Uber, where these are companies who created technology and systems that allowed a bunch of different people to utilize resources that they already had and to utilize them more efficiently and for everybody to make money off of it. And that's kind of how this business model works. If you have an audience, we've got the deals, we can offer these deals to them, you can make money, and it's a faster way for us to grow. And it's also a lot more fun that way to have partners and be able to share in the profits with everybody. We would much rather partner than compete any day. Also, as far as great deals go, on our website, this was updated on March 10th, 2016. We had 49 deals currently live in the food category, and these are logos from a bunch of those restaurants and food establishments. People love the restaurants on deal sites, and that's one of the big things that they go to look for. And so once again, just trying to reiterate, we have really, really awesome deals. We have 15 sales reps here in Utah that are running around signing up these businesses. And it's really exciting stuff for consumers when they find our website. Another thing is we have a system that actually helps out local businesses more. So you might have read horror stories on the internet about Groupon's business model hurting local businesses sometimes, and we've structured things to utilize a system that works a lot better for the business owners. We run through this profitability analysis with them before we run a deal. We hold ourselves accountable to this. We make sure that as time goes on that we're hitting the metrics that we need to make sure that the promotion is profitable and that it's controlled properly so the business doesn't get overwhelmed and oversaturated with deals. And that's why we have a lot of happy clients. That's why we have such awesome deals, and that's why we have so much repeat business. So you can rest assured that if you participate in this partner program, you're not hurting local businesses, you're helping them. So once again, the best way to sell these deals is historically has been through email addresses, and that's what Groupon and other websites have found. They run over 90% of their sales through their email blast from the last statistics that I looked at. And so if you currently have an email blast going out that you might be sending out weekly or monthly or whatever it may be, that would be this blue bucket. That's your main email newsletter. And then what we would like to do is start a second bucket, this red bucket, that would be the deals email newsletter. And we have some partners who take a different strategy than others. Our partners who want to get more aggressive will take all their email addresses from the blue bucket and dump them into the red bucket and just start hitting them on a daily basis with these emails. You can see over here on the side, this is the one that we did for Habitat for Humanity. This goes out every single day and it's promoting the deals and giveaways, and that's what the industry standard is, that, you know, Groupon and Living Social send out a daily email. Sometimes they actually send more than one a day, but we just do one a day, and we found that that's what maximizes sales the most. And so like I said, if you want to get aggressive, you can dump all your emails from the blue bucket into the red bucket. Some companies right off the bat, they say, well, we have an agreement with our customers that a privacy agreement that says we can't sell, rent, or share their data with other companies. And actually there's not a problem in this case, because we are an agency, and agencies are allowed to send email blasts in behalf of their clients. And so we would sign an agency agreement with you that we are an agency authorized to do one thing and one thing only, and that is send out email blasts in your behalf. So the email would actually be coming from you. It would be coming from your email address, and we would just be generating that for you as an agency in your behalf. And people who don't want to get that daily email can obviously opt out of that. So that's a more aggressive strategy. We have other partners who say, look, we don't feel like we can just take all of our email addresses and dump it into that red bucket, because you know, they maybe feel like that's not the right strategy for their brand, and don't want to get quite that aggressive. And so if you don't want to do that, then that's also totally fine. You don't have to, but you would be able to send out email blasts periodically in your main email newsletter that would start introducing this deal program and giveaway program. And then basically we would start collecting email addresses as you start driving traffic over to the site. There's a pop-up that collects, that email addresses that allows people to sign up for that daily email. Also over here on the sidebar, they can sign up for the daily email. Anybody who places an order gets signed up for the daily email. And when somebody enters a giveaway, they are signing up for the daily email, and they can opt out at any time. So, and that's kind of the power of the giveaway. Our average giveaway ends up collecting anywhere from a couple thousand emails to as many as 10,000 email addresses. And so that's why we have brought the giveaways into this model, because it's a great way to add email addresses to that red bucket. And what we found, not everybody who subscribes ends up turning into an active subscriber. On average, our partners end up seeing somewhere around 30% or 50% of their email addresses that end up in this red bucket, depending on the quality of them. Somewhere between 30 or 50% end up turning into an active subscriber. The other 50 to 70% either unsubscribe, or it's like a bad email address, or it's a address that they never check, or it goes in their spam folder and they never pull it out, or whatever it might be. But that's kind of how the ratios break down. And once again, that is 100% historical data. And so it's just kind of a numbers game. The more email addresses you can get into that red bucket, the more active subscribers and the more money you're able to generate off of it, the more consumer engagement you're able to generate off of it, and buzz on social media and all of these things with the giveaways. So moving along here, this kind of shows the current giveaways that we have live right now. Once again, we've got 15 sales reps constantly signing up new giveaways. We've got really cool stuff. $1,000 gift card to Amazon, an Xbox, flat screen TV, tickets to the Brian Regan show coming up on the third row. They're really good tickets. Lots of really cool things. We usually have around $5,000 to $10,000 worth of giveaway prizes that are available, and you'd have access to all of these to help in collecting email addresses. We white label everything about the website, so we're trying to keep your brand front and center as much as possible. We do need to mention that it's powered by Super Saver Media in a few places, just since we're handling the customer service and we're working with the merchants. When a voucher comes in, they need to be able to know where it came from, and so we put powered by Super Saver Media on there. Or if customers call in, then we answer the phone. Thank you for calling Super Saver Media, and we found that that works perfect. They you know, even if the website says, you know, Habitat for Humanity deals, consumers don't seem to miss a beat. They just, when they hear, thank you for calling Super Saver Media, they just go right into whatever their questions might be, and it's just worked out perfect. And so in this way, we've been able to keep it so that every single one of the websites that we have for different partners basically is a separate bucket, and the customers and email subscribers stay in that bucket. We don't reference any of the sites back and forth between each other. We don't link back and forth to them, and they're all separated in this regard. We never cross-advertise them. So you could potentially have a consumer that would go and find one of the other websites independently, and if they do, that's fine. But we keep everything you know, completely separate on our end. So once again, just to circle back around to the potential commissions, it's all about getting those active subscribers. The more traffic you drive, the more email addresses you can get into that red bucket, the more money you can make off of it. Once again, in 2015, we've paid out almost $250,000 in commissions, and we've got the potential to grow 10 times bigger. So not much of the pie has been taken already. So there's a lot that's available, and we would love to work together with you to help you get as big of a piece of that pie as possible, and help us grow here in Utah, and then we'll be expanding outside of Utah. So let us know if you have any further questions, or if you'd like to meet up in person. You can contact me at ryan@utahvalpak.com. You can also call our main line at 801-900-3996. Thank you very much.